Illusion Gate is a card out of a set called LPG1 Limited Pack GX. Oh, is that the GX support? Is that where all the GX support is? Okay, sure. I mean, I'll go in, but so far the cards revealed for this pack have been rather mediocre, but we'll see. Normal spell card. You can only apply the effect of this card's name once per duel. Pay half your life points. Destroy as many monsters your opponent controls as possible. Then you can special summon a monster from their graveyard to your field, ignoring its summoning conditions. Okay, wait. This is just potentially a better going second card than Raigeki and Darkhole, right? That's not bad. That is a good card, right? Like in a world where if there's decks in the game that don't have a bunch of Omni Negates, that's a pretty good going second card. I'm pretty sure that's the best card out of the GX pack that we've seen so far, because I think most of the other ones, if not all of them, were pretty bad. This one has some pretty interesting applications. Because, I mean, the thing is, cards like Darkhole and Raigeki are good Yu-Gi-Oh cards that still don't see that much play nowadays. There's like sometimes moments where you will play those cards in decks. Typically, they won't be main decked unless it's like Tenpai, Blind Second. But like, there's been formats where Raigeki and Darkhole were good side decking options for sure. And I think in any format where you would think about side decking Raigeki or Darkhole, this card just seems very good too. It might be, I mean, there's a few things to this card, right? There's a few things you have to consider. You cannot draw this card in multiples, right? Which, like, some of the Boardbreaker decks, they play like 3 Darkhole, 3 Raigeki to draw as many of them as possible to activate them over and over again. And like, this would be something that if you draw it in 2-ofs, it's gonna suck. But okay, still, most of the time, that's not that big of a deal. The other part about this card is that it can be negated by some cards that cannot negate Darkhole and Raigeki, which is just like a small side effect of the ability to special summon the monsters. In a format where your opponent has like access to Dominus Impulse, for example, this can negate it. Ghost Bell can negate it. Caesar, in a Fiendsmith format, can negate this card, right? So I think that is an interesting twist to it, right? Because it's not a straight up upgrade to Raigeki and Darkhole, right? It's more of like a side grade that has some interesting utility. But I could definitely see this being a very powerful side deck card in certain formats. Like, for example, the current OCG format, I've heard from some people that decks like Yummy are weak to board breakers, and people are siding some Raigeki and Darkhole for the matchup. So that does show that in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! There is room for these type of cards to still see play, if only in the side deck. But that's cute. Memento in shambles. I mean, yeah, dude, imagine you summon the 5k Memento and your opponent just goes activate Illusion Gate, blow it up, and revive it. It's pretty sick that it ignores summoning condition, right? Because that means no matter what kind of boss monster your opponent summons, you can steal it. Even the most broken stuff that has the most obscure summoning conditions, you can take it. That's pretty funny. In the anime, it also stole the soul. It got nerfed. Sag? Yeah. It should have taken your opponent's soul as well, ignoring its summoning conditions. That would have been, yeah. That would have been so much better. No, that's a cool card. That is way better than I thought it would be when I saw this. I didn't have high hopes. Limited pack GX. But I guess it does make some sense, right? They have to put in some relevant cards into a pack like this. They can't just put pack filler into this, because then no one's gonna care. So, interesting card. I like it. I like that it's a little bit of an upgrade to Raigeki and Darkhole, without completely invalidating those cards. Interesting.